Okay, I was 16, so I was still living at home with your grandma. So she never talked to me about periods. She never talked to me about sex or boys or anything like that, except for if you ever come up pregnant, I'm gonna kick you out the house. So I didn't tell your grandma for a long, long time. I wasn't comfortable putting him up for adoption where I'd have to see him all the time and pretend like I wasn't his mom. But this is the hard part, Brookie. I hope you're ready. I went to the park and I was always up at the park and there was some person and they kind of like gave me attention, I would say hi or whatever. They were like, "Oh, can I come in and use your bathroom?" I was dumb. I fell for that. And that's how I got um, pregnant by Jason. And I think that was another reason why I didn't want to say anything, and I felt like it was my fault.
Mm.
So I felt like the whole thing was my fault. And that's why I didn't tell a lot of people. I think there was pressure at that time in the 80s when I was then I never wore pants to church. I always had like a skirt or a dress with a slip and a purse and everything all matchy matchy, but everybody was like that back then. And we didn't like there probably was gay people, but we didn't talk about that because you're going to hell. It was
Yeah.
a lot of like that kind of thing, and I think that um like was like my framework. So if I ever did anything that was outside the framework, then I felt bad. Like if I wouldn't have been in church, I probably just would have been a single mama.
Yeah.
And lots of girls did that and they survived. But I think that was an added pressure.